We begin tonight with Colin Powell, a soldier, a diplomat, an advisor to presidents, Republican and Democrat. A life dedicated to service, a life of breaking barriers. We learned today not only of his death, but of his private battle with COVID. He was fully vaccinated, but now we've learned of his other private health battles that put him at increased risk. And tonight here, the tributes now pouring in. President Biden ordering flags to half-staff, calling Powell a, quote, patriot of unmatched honor and dignity. He grew up in the Bronx, the son of immigrants. He found his calling in the U.S. military. Tonight, what he said, how it felt when he first put on that uniform. 2 tours in Vietnam, rising to 4-star general, and then the nation's top military leader, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He then served as Secretary of State, the first black man to serve in both of those roles. It was as Secretary of State he made the case for the second U.S. invasion of Iraq, the weapons of mass destruction that later the world would learn did not exist. What he told Barbara Walters about that moment. Colin Powell worked for 4 presidents. He put country ahead of party. And tonight he is being remembered and honored by presidents, diplomats, and by the men and women in uniform. Martha Raddatz, who covered General Powell for years, leading us off.
Tonight, the nation remembering General Colin Powell, a trailblazing leader, a diplomat, a soldier, a patriot who served as the first black Secretary of State, first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and first black national security advisor. This to Ronald Reagan. Today, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, the country's first black Pentagon chief, who looked to Powell as a mentor and friend, saying Powell's death leaves a hole in his heart.
The world lost one of the greatest leaders that we have ever witnessed.
President Biden ordering flags to be flown at half-staff, saying Colin embodied the highest ideals of both warrior and diplomat, adding he put country before self, before party, before all else, in uniform and out.
He's not only a dear friend and a patriot, one of our great military leaders and a man of overwhelming decency.
Howell died of complications from COVID-19 at Walter Reed Medical Center. He was 84. A spokeswoman revealing Powell had been battling a rare blood cancer called multiple myeloma and Parkinson's, too. Doctors say the blood cancer can weaken the immune system, making him more vulnerable, even though he was fully vaccinated. He had been scheduled for the booster right when he came down with COVID. Powell's journey was an American journey. Born to Jamaican immigrants in Harlem, Powell grew up in the Bronx, joining the Army ROTC in college, serving 2 combat tours in Vietnam. Powell once said when he first put on a uniform, he liked what he saw. Powell would soon break through barriers, becoming a 4-star general, serving under 4 presidents, Republican and Democrat. In 1991, overseeing the successful Gulf War when the U.S. ousted Iraqi President Saddam Hussein from Kuwait. His most controversial moment coming more than 10 years later. In 2003, as Secretary of State, during a speech to the UN, Powell made the case for war, telling the world of Iraq's weapons of mass destruction.
The gravity of this moment is matched by the gravity of the threat that Iraq's weapons of mass destruction posed to the world.
Those weapons did not exist. The intelligence was flawed. Telling ABC's Barbara Walters he felt terrible about the claims made in that speech.
Do you think this blot on your record will stay with you for the rest of your life?
Well, it's of course it will. It's a blot. I'm the one who presented it on behalf of the United Nations, United States, to the world, and it will always be part of my record.
How painful is that?
It was painful. It's painful now.
Tonight, former President George W. Bush calling Powell a great public servant. Bill and Hillary Clinton saying he was a courageous soldier, a skilled commander, a dedicated diplomat, and a good and decent man. President Obama saying he embodied what America can and should be. General Powell, in his own words, on a life lived.
My life's been blessed because I've had a chance to serve my country, and I've had a chance to do things that benefited my country. And when it's all over, I just hope they say, you know, he's a good soldier, he did a good job, raised a good family, and God bless him. That's all I ask for.
Powerful words from General Powell tonight. Martha with us from Washington. And Martha, we know many Republicans wanted Powell to run for president along the way. He famously resisted, and it was often reported that his wife, Alma, was not keen on the idea.
She was not, David, and I think she was largely concerned about his safety. And in the end, he really didn't want to run for president, because whenever you asked Colin Powell whether he wanted to be called secretary or general, he would always say general, because he was a soldier at heart, a good soldier. David?
I know that was something you asked him along the way, Martha. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.